നമസ്കാരം. ആഹാ ലെറ്റ്സ് ടോക്കിന്റെ മറ്റൊരു പുതുപുത്തൻ എപ്പിസോഡിലേക്ക് എല്ലാ പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട ശ്രോതാക്കൾക്കും സുസ്വാഗതം. മീ അർജയ് മീനാക്ഷി. അപ്പൊ ഇന്ന് നമ്മൾ ആഹാ ലെറ്റ്സ് ടോക്കില് വളരെ പ്രൗഡ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു മൊമെന്റിലാണ് ഇരിക്കുന്നത്. ഇന്ന് നമ്മളുടെ കൂടെ ആഹാ ലെറ്റ്സ് ടോക്കിൽ ജോയിൻ ചെയ്യുന്നത് നമ്മുടെ കനേഡിയൻ പൊളിറ്റിക്സിൽ തന്നെ വൺ ഓഫ് ദ പ്രോമിനന്റ് ഫേസ് എന്ന് തന്നെ പറയണം. ഒരു ബെറ്റർ ബ്രൈറ്റ് കാനഡ നമ്മൾ ഇദ്ദേഹത്തിന്റെ ഒരു ലീഡർഷിപ്പിൽ സ്വപ്നം കാണുന്നുണ്ട്. It's none other than Honorable Opposition Leader of Canada, Mr. Pierre Poilievre. അദ്ദേഹത്തിന്റെ ആ ഒരു സ്വപ്ന തുല്യമായിട്ടുള്ള കാനഡയെ കുറിച്ചുള്ള ആ തോട്ട്സും കമന്റ്സും ഒക്കെ ആയിട്ട് ഇന്ന് നമ്മുടെ കൂടെ ആഹാ ലെറ്റ്സ് ടോക്കിൽ ജോയിൻ ചെയ്യാണ്. Alright.
Thank you.
How are you doing today, sir?
Oh, I'm excellent. I'm so pleased to be with AAHA Radio for a wonderful interview.
Good. Thank you so much for that privilege. I actually wanted to thank you so much for having your valuable time with us with AAHA Radio.
Thank you.
Thank you for all the constant support, actually.
Thank you very much for including me today.
No problem. So for all our listeners, so today it's my pleasure to welcome our Honorable Opposition Leader of Canada, Mr. Pierre Poilievre, joining us on AHA Let's Talk, sharing all his thoughts and comments on the Canada we see today. So welcome once again, sir, to AHA Let's Talk.
Thank you so much for including me. Let's bring it home.
Perfect. So how are you doing?
Oh, I'm terrific. I've just been traveling the country, meeting with wonderful, hardworking Canadians who are ready to bring home the country that they know and love. And it's been a wonderful experience.
Yeah, your face actually looks very tired, like from all the traveling, you know?
Oh my goodness. I need to get some more.
Handsome, for sure handsome.
Oh my goodness. Now you're making me blush. Thank you so much.
Right. So, following all your YouTube channels and everything, you're so busy with various campaigns and everything, totally exploring the summer.
Yes, I've been exploring from coast to coast, Atlantic Canada, BC, the prairies, Ontario, Quebec, all in the last roughly 5 weeks. And it's been a beautiful journey.
Wow. So how is everything going?
I think it's good. Well, if I can be honest, a lot of people are suffering. You know, after 8 years of Trudeau, life costs more, work doesn't pay, housing costs have doubled, crime, chaos, drugs, and disorder are common in our streets. And the Prime Minister only divides to distract from all that he's broken. But the good news is that Canada wasn't like this before Trudeau, and it won't be like this after he's gone. We're going to axe the carbon tax to bring home lower prices. We're going to balance the budget to bring down inflation and interest rates. We're going to cut income taxes so hard work pays off and people bring home more of each dollar they earn. And we're going to incentivize our cities to free up land and speed up permits to build affordable homes for all our people.
That's what everybody's looking forward to, for a better, bright Canada. What they all have in mind, like from a foreigner's point of view, it's like the fancy life they all know about Canada. So that's what everybody's looking into.
Yes, that's the Canada that we all knew and loved before Trudeau. But after 8 years, it's not the Canada we see when we look around us. But the good news is that Canada wasn't so dangerous and expensive before Trudeau, and it will be much better after he's gone.
Hopefully. So we would like to, since you're already mentioning about like the population, the living cost, everything, I would like to hear from you, basically. That's what everybody wants to hear from you. Because Canada being like a multicultural diversity, like a country very rich in multicultural everything. So our community basically has a lots of input from the student life, like from all across the globe. So many students are being in the August month, basically everybody is getting ready to board their plane, looking forward for a bright future in Canada. So to that student life, when we are experiencing so much of struggle in Canada right now, what do you think they like? Being a student, being a person who came as a student, I know like it's both positive and negative at the same time, being a student who is going to struggle more at this time. So as a leader who's looking forward for a better life, especially for the students who's like the future of Canada, what do you think? What's your comment on that?
Well, we have to build more homes. We have the fewest houses per capita of any country in the G7, even though we have the most land to build on. That's why housing costs have doubled under Justin Trudeau. Double the rent, double the mortgage payment, double the down payment needed for your average home. That is the consequence of 8 years of Trudeau's failed policies. The good news is that housing was always affordable in Canada up until recently, and we can make it affordable again. Here's my common sense plan. I'll balance the budget to bring down inflation and interest rates so your mortgage payment is affordable. I'm going to incentivize our cities to speed up and lower the cost of building permits and to free up land so we can build. I'll require big cities permit 15% more housing. And if they don't, I'll take away their housing grants. We need to incentivize them to build more and faster by getting the bureaucracy out of the way. So let's build, so our youth have a beautiful home overhead that they can afford.
Yeah. Even not talking about like the home that we want to own, but even the rental accommodation, it's going really out of hands. There is no job properly.
Yes.
GIZ is not enough for the students. Like average rent for a sharing room is going like really high below, like beyond what they can afford. And most of the students are coming with loans, home loans and everything from homeland. So like, how do you think they're going to manage it?
Oh, well, this is 8 years after Trudeau promised housing was going to become affordable, and he broke that promise. But we need to build more homes and bring down interest rates. And the only way to do that is to get rid of the deficit so interest rates come down, and to incentivize our cities to speed up and lower the cost of building permits. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to require big cities permit 15% more home building a year. If they beat that target, they'll get a bonus. We'll require permits for high density apartments all around future federally funded transit stations. We'll sell off 6,000 federal buildings and thousands of acres of federal land to build. That's how we'll bring homes you can afford.
Okay. But as we, from the common people point of view, when we see there are so many grants and everything, like first time home buyer savings plan and so many things in the society right now. But
It
most of
hasn't
the
worked.
people are, yeah,
Doesn't work. All these big government programs are just making everything more expensive. We don't need billions and billions in new tax dollars spent. All that spending is driving up the cost of living. We need to get the bureaucracy out of the way so we can build homes. It's very simple. We don't have enough homes. As long as we don't have enough homes, the price is going to be high. As long as we don't have enough apartments, the landlords will keep raising the rent. If you have more apartments, then the tenants can say to the landlord, I'm going to move somewhere else. But right now there's nowhere to move. So that's why the landlords raise the rent. We need to build. It's that simple.
Mhm. When it comes to housing, definitely you already answered that very big question in everybody's mind, and especially the immigrants, not only the student, but the immigrants who are coming to Canada, like with open work permit and other work permit. You don't know how much we struggle in here. And when we hear like so many people are coming in this intake and this time, we are like, it's a big question mark. What are they going to do here? There is no enough job. There is no enough money. There is no enough home. So when they come into the society, they need a security, right? As a country. So being a leader, how like we are really looking forward to a bright future in Canada. And being the leader, we would like to hear from you, like what our future is going to be.
That's a good question. It's all well and good to increase the numbers, but you need houses and healthcare and jobs for people when they arrive. These are things Trudeau hasn't thought about. He's ruined the best immigration system in the world. My wife came here as a refugee. Her family was able to get jobs and language training and contribute. Now her brother's a carpenter, her other brother's a soldier, her other sister is a nurse. That is the successful immigration system we want to restore. Right now, though, we have international students going home in body bags. We have refugees living on the street and under bridges. This is not the Canada we know and love. We need to bring back common sense to our system and bring in the numbers that our employers can hire, our healthcare system can treat, and our housing market can shelter. That's the common sense system I will restore as Prime Minister.
Great. Very great. We already can imagine like that, how beautiful that Canada will be for sure.
Thank you so much.
സോ ഡെഫിനറ്റ്ലി ഇന്ന് നമ്മൾ നേരിട്ട് കാണുന്ന അനുഭവിക്കുന്ന ഒരു കനേഡിയൻ എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് അത്ര നല്ലൊരു കാര്യമല്ല. സോ ഹി ഹാസ് ഡെഫിനറ്റ് പ്ലാൻസ്. നമുക്ക് ആവശ്യത്തിന് പൈസയും നമ്മുടെ ഇക്കണോമി തന്നെ ശരിക്കും പറഞ്ഞാൽ ബ്രിങ് അപ്പ് ചെയ്യാനായിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു ഡെഫിനറ്റ് സ്ട്രാറ്റജി, ഒരു ഡെഫിനറ്റ് പ്ലാനുമായിട്ടാണ് നമ്മുടെ ഓണറബിൾ ഒപ്പോസിഷൻ ലീഡർ ഓഫ് കാനഡ മിസ്റ്റർ പിയർ പൊലിവർ നമ്മളുടെ കൂടെ ഇന്ന് ജോയിൻ ചെയ്തത് ആഹാ ലെറ്റ്സ് ടോക്കില്. സോ വൺസ് അഗെയിൻ താങ്ക് യു സോ മച്ച് ഫോർ ജോയിനിങ്. അപ്പോൾ വീണ്ടും മറ്റൊരു ഗസ്റ്റുമായിട്ട് നമ്മുടെ ആഹാ ലെറ്റ്സ് ടോക്കില് വീണ്ടും കണ്ടുമുട്ടുന്നത് വരെയും, this is me, Arjun Meenakshi, signing off. Bye bye.